Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of this series. So, I have been spending a lot of time grinding for cobblestone. Trust me when I say it has been a lot of grinding. But even then, I have a feeling that that is not going to be enough to cover this entire section. Also, another thing you may have noticed is that I managed to find some sheep and get them in this little pasture here. Yeah, sure, let's go for that. So I've got a source of infinite wool now. Anyway, enough about that. It's about time we got started making this build here. Well, completing as much of it as we possibly can with the limited resources that we have. Suppose it's not really limited now that we've got the infinite cobblestone generator. Although I am a bit concerned about the other thing that I need, and that is what was it called again? Quartz, yeah. Because the outside of the castle is going to be made out of quartz, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to need, but I know it's going to be like a ridiculous amount. I just hope that the nether has enough, because I'm going to have to be traveling from place to place in order to get quartz and stuff. If you are new to this series, what I aim to do is to try to make certain buildings in super flat on peaceful mode, and also what else did I say that I was going to do in this challenge? Oh yeah, I've got to build something not big necessarily, but I just got to use whatever resources that is available to me. That's basically what this entire series is on about. Also, I will warn you right now that this series of mine very rarely has any editing of any kind, so if that is not something that you like, please click off now. Alright then, without further ado, this episode is going to be rather short because I'm going to be focusing on just using all of this cobblestone that I mined for a very, very long time. It's honestly ridiculous how much mining goes into this kind of stuff. Like, if I genuinely knew how much resources you need in creative mode for builds like this, I probably wouldn't have even done it to begin with. I'd be like, nah, that is way too much effort. But here we are. And besides, it fills me with some kind of pride knowing that despite all of the challenges ahead of me, I managed to get it done. Sure, it's not going to be the best build in the world because we are limited. Like, for example, getting glass is going to be a very painful thing to do. Simply because the only way to really get it is via the Wandering Trader, I believe. Unless there's another method. But currently, that is the only method that I am aware of. So, that's fun. I don't even know if he can spawn at the moment, because it has been a while. But he never seems to spawn, so I don't know if it's because I disabled him by mistake or not, or something else is going on here, because a Wandering Trader should have absolutely no problems spawning on a super flat world. It's not like there's anything getting in his way. But if I did disable him for whatever the reason may be, I'll obviously, you know, turn the not cheat exactly, I don't know what we'd call it, command? Yeah, sure. I'll turn the command back on again. Once this series is over, I might do it again, I might not. Maybe you could do it for yourselves, you know? See how many builds you can create while stuck on a super flat world and with so many limited resources. If you want, you can even enable hostile mobs to spawn. The reason why I'm not doing it is because I prefer a little bit more of a challenge, because believe it or not, peaceful mode is surprisingly hard. And the only reason why that is because your resources are dramatically limited. And getting to the end is pretty much impossible unless you have certain mods or use certain glitches. Like, I got an entire other series dedicated to seeing how many advancements you can get in peaceful mode. Which I haven't done for a while, mainly because I want to complete this series first, right? That's the whole point of this. One series at a time is what people would say. I think. I don't know. I think sometimes we can take things for granted, man. Like great creative mode, for instance. Unlimited resources. And you also can build with whatever you want, really. Because you don't have to go to other biomes and stuff. I know I can get other saplings from the Wandering Trader, but I think there's a limited amount of saplings he can give you. I don't think he'll give you the pale trees, if that's what they're called, right? Yeah, I don't think he gives you those, unless I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've checked the loot table for Wandering Traders. But yeah, if he does give you those type of trades, then what I might do is do another series where I, you know, get a sapling for one of those trees and try building something with that instead. It all kind of depends if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, you know? Because I understand it is a bit boring just watching me build this dead slowly and not cut to the end or anything like that, but that's just how this series is, right? It's just me ranting on about... not ranting exactly, just more like rambling on about random things. Or whatever my mind can come up with at the time. That's just how it is. I forgot if I mentioned it before, but I did try to launch up the newest version of Minecraft in CurseForge, but it just kept crashing. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the mods or something, but most of the mods that I chose were just some minor stuff, right? Whatever. Strange things can happen sometimes. But I did play it on the normal launcher of Minecraft at some point. Got to, oops. Got to experience it then. I haven't fully tested out the Copper Golem just yet, so I don't know what he's capable of, but I do like how he currently works. It's pretty neat. Obviously, I'm a very bad organizer, so having a little friend who can do it for me is fantastic. I kind of wish the other ones got the same treatment, right? You know all of the other mob votes that we got? I kind of wish that they revisited them. And maybe they are, to be honest. That could be the case. Maybe they are putting them through development and giving them the chance they always needed. In my opinion, I hope that one day the glow squid get a new feature added to them. For example, the hypnotism effect, where if you stare at them for too long, your character will become hypnotized. And maybe you can make a potion? I don't know, just make them a tiny bit more useful. As for how the hypnotism effect would work, I'm not entirely sure. I don't want it to be too similar to an effect that already exists, and that's the nausea effect. It's gotta be a little bit different. I don't know, maybe your controls are reversed? Nah, that's too bad. I don't actually like reverse controls. Let me know what you think the glow squid's effect should be. I just feel like it needs more uses, because it doesn't even do what they said it was, which was light up the environment it's in. Sure, you can see it in the water and that's pretty cool, but it doesn't actually light up anything around it unless you're using shader packs. And also, Having it light up signs and also item frames is alright, I guess, but like I said many times now, I just feel like it needs another use. I think the only one that does match up to what they said it would do is the allay, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe there is another mob vote that does what they said it would do. Either way, all I'm saying is that some of the mob votes that we asked for should come back again, and they should give them an extra little feature like the copper golem. Because if you remember originally, the copper golem's entire purpose was to just simply press buttons. Yeah, I'm very glad that they changed it so that it can help you organize your chests. That's pretty cool. That's so much better than its original purpose. I still think that mob votes weren't the best idea. Actually, no, let me reword that. What they really should have said was, hey, this mob will be added into the game first, but the other mobs will be added on a later date. Right? So then that way everyone realizes, oh, right. Do I want to have this mob in the game first, or do I want to have the other one? I'm pretty sure people wouldn't have minded that in the slightest. I'm pretty sure this argument has been made before, but I'm just, you know, saying it again for the people on the back. Right, we're almost done with this, and you know what that means. That means that this episode is coming to an end. Like I said, I would make these things longer, but from what I can tell, not many people are interested in this kind of series, so yeah. Alright, and there we go. So let's have a little look at this build right now. So, the front bit is looking pretty good, to be honest. I still don't really know what to do with this entrance right here. I'm having some troubles with it. I think what I should do is have a little gate roughly about here. But at the moment, it'll just have to look like that. I know, it looks pretty ugly, but that's just how it is. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.